Yo, what's up? It's Sports Dad again. I'm coming back with some more information. I want to talk about athletes getting themselves in trouble, being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So hopefully some information that I'm going to share will hit home with you, that it register and cause you to think, and maybe that won't be you. All right? But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. All right, let's go. All right, time and time again, I find myself having conversations with my boys, letting them know, making sure that they watch their surroundings, making sure that they're being picky on who they decide to be friends and who they decide to have in their inner circle. Because nowadays, a lot of high school, I'm just gonna deal with high school athletes, are getting themselves into a lot of trouble. You hear them getting into trouble with girls, about girls saying that they were raped, and them doing getting in trouble with drugs, and even weapon charges, being charged with murders and things like that. And they mess up their career. They mess up their athletic career. All of the chances that they could have went to college and fulfilled their dreams, but all of that was shattered because of a simple mistake, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I just want to encourage you young athletes to make sure that, not only are you taking care of business in the classroom and whether it be on the field, basketball, whatever sport that you're playing, but also to making sure that you are paying attention to your character and making sure that you're carrying yourself with a lot of respect and that you actually care enough to not put yourself in certain situations. Because I'm telling you, it does have the ability to mark you and to put a real bad stain on what it is that you're trying to do. So be careful with that, and I'm gonna drop a few links below. That's gonna basically, if you click on them and check them out, basically the athletes that were, that got in trouble with the law. It's unfortunately, it's unfortunate, I should say. Just take a look at it and see and just listen to those stories and see how they get caught up and learn from it. Because we're hearing stuff like that every day, on ESPN, how athletes are, getting caught up in drugs and, just different things, and they don't really have to. The fact of the matter is that when you're playing at that level, especially at a Division I level, if you're a top athlete in high school, at this point, now your life is under the spotlight. And whether you like it or not, you're a role model to children, whether you like it or not. And so now your life is on the big screen, and everything that you do is magnified. It's under a microscope. And so the media is looking to make a big deal about it because that is their job. So if you don't want to be on anybody's headlines, I suggest that you be very, very cautious on what it is that you're doing. Be very, very cautious on how you're operating, and be very cautious on how you are, just maneuvering with your friends and, hanging out, outside of, basketball, outside of the sports, outside of college and things like that. Always be concerned about how you're being viewed and what type of situation that you're putting yourself in, because when it really boils down to it, it's a choice. It's a choice. And so, and believe me, at the end of the day, people will find out about it, okay? So just be very careful when you are, when you're making certain decisions. Just be very careful, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be on anybody's headline. So that's my word of encouragement. I just wanted to take a break from the recruiting stuff a little bit, but actually it's still, kind of hitting home, because it all plays together. Because you got to know how to carry yourself. And a lot of guys, I see a lot of mistakes where, wonderful athletes, they get recruited, but nobody really poured into them and told them, how to have that level of respect and dignity, and to be mindful of that, when they're out and about. And so, and a lot of them get in trouble for that because they didn't have the knowledge, they didn't have that awareness. So raise your level of awareness and be conscious of that, because I'm tired of seeing athletes, get in trouble for certain things that they really, really didn't have to, because at the end of the day, it's a choice. All right, remember that. All right, we'll talk soon.